What's going on, everyone? This is Brock from Brock and Sindri, back again for another Fable Thursday, and we're continuing our tour of Albion with a stop off in Bloodstone. Bloodstone is a port town in Fable 2. It's a famous town on the harbour for pirates and criminals. It is surrounded by the deadly swamp Wraithmarsh on the north, east and west, and the ocean on the south. By the time of Fable 2, Bloodstone is also home to the hero of skill, Reaver. The hero is tasked to go to Bloodstone, and is required to have Garth activate the Cullis Gate in his tower at Brightwood to gain access to Wraithmarsh. However, the Cullis Gate is one way, as you can't use the Cullis Gate in Wraithmarsh to go back to Brightwood. This makes Bloodstone almost completely cut off from the rest of Albion, so the only way of travelling to Bloodstone, other than travelling through Wraithmarsh, which is highly dangerous because of the creatures that live there, is by ship. For the most part, it's a modest town and it's of average size. But there's no real figure of power. The pirate Reaver is the commonly held mayoral figure of the town and runs the port. He does little to help the town's growth, however, spending most of his time and energy capturing ships. There's also a large lighthouse in Bloodstone. It's an iconic symbol for the town, but it is inaccessible in-game. There are many sources in-game that say Bloodstone is actually what Twinblade's camp has become after the events of Fable. It is located in the same area of Twinblade's camp in relation to the remnants of Oakvale. Survivors of the destruction likely came here as well as Oakfield to get away, as death would come to those unable to fend for themselves in the marshes. It is the camp the archaeologist's scroll found in Bloodstone. The clue is site where camp once stood. Bloodstone apparently was already founded before Oakvale's destruction, according to a tombstone viewable after using the cursed snow globe. In the houses of Bloodstone there are child's beds but no children, but the hero can change this by either marrying and having children with one of the townspeople, or by moving the hero's family to Bloodstone. And the town's economy leaves much to be desired, as the town is very isolated. You can improve the economy of the town by buying and selling frequently. This can help the town turn into a better environment for the people. Reaver's smuggling operation likely contributes to much of the town's economy, alongside prostitution, alcohol, and haunted cavern industries. There are some jobs available to the hero in this town: bartender, blacksmith, and the society, which are assassin's jobs, being amongst them. The game master in the waterfront plays a special version of Keystone called Bloodstone, where instead of trying to win as in the conventional Keystone pub game, you make bets on what numbers will lose. The law in the town is quite limited. It doesn't have a sheriff or guard units, making it quite lawless, but it doesn't mean it's unprotected. The citizens of the town are vigilantes and are free to take the law into their own hands, though they are not much of a threat to you, as they are not very strong. They can be taken down with one shot with a gun or crossbow, one hit of a magic spell, and 2 or 3 hits with a sword or mace, depending on what level and abilities you are. Now, you can travel to Westcliff from here by ship, which is quicker in game days than fast travel. It does cost 25 gold to do so. And there are 20 properties available in the real estate market here. The Boudoir as a home, Temple of Benevolent Yokels as a home to Toby Trotter, a con artist, and the TOBY quest. The Hook, which is a home, Frenic Mansion, a home, the Knotter, home, House of Vice, a home, the Death Factory is a home, Curl Up and Die, a shop, the Furniture Graveyard, a shop, Your Health is Low, a shop, Fiendish Fashions, shop, Needles of Death, shop, Bloodsmith, shop, Blood from a Stone, stall, Bloodstone Pie Stall, stall, Bloodstone Gift Stall, stall, Bloodstone Fish Stall, stall, Bloodstone Fruit and Veg Stall, stall, The Leper's Arms, a bar, and Bloodstone Manor, home, also home of Reaver. Many of these buildings actually can't be purchased until the quest TOBY is completed. These include the Temple of Benevolent Yokels and the houses you had to steal from. And there's a demon door named Winter Lodge, and it's located on your way to the town coming in from Wraithmarsh. It seems that the party goers of Bloodstone aren't the only ones to enjoy a good song, and if you possess a lute and the skills to play it, this demon door would be begging for a tune. Play poorly though and you get an insult. Play well and you gain access to the Winter Lodge, but don't get comfortable because the lodge contains a nasty secret of its own. Bloodstone contains 5 fast travel destinations: the Waterfront, the Wraithmarsh Road, Bloodstone Mansion, the Sinkhole, and Reaver's Rear Passage. I'll go in with some trivia. The game files for Fable The Lost Chapters heavily imply that Twinblade's camp was originally meant to be called Bloodstone, and this name was later used for the port town in Fable 2. If you go to Bloodstone's stone cutter, you will find a gravestone behind the cellar saying Captain Sparrow, where did it all go wrong? And this is presumably meaning Captain Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean. If you listen to all of Bloodstone's villagers, you will learn that they all dislike Wraithmarsh. As well as the Captain Sparrow gravestone, Bloodstone is also similar in layout to Port Royal from Pirates of the Caribbean. For example, Governor Weatherby Swan's mansion is on top of a hill behind the town, just like Reaver's mansion. Bloodstone's symbol on the map is a lighthouse. If you listen to one of the villagers, they'll say, "My grandfather said Reaver hasn't aged a day since he was a small boy," meaning that Reaver doesn't even bother to try and hide his constant youth. The people in Bloodstone may find corruption or evil to be likeable traits, as many seem to hate you for no reason at all if you're good or pure. And if you shoot a weapon out of a villager's hand, they will permanently run from you. Bloodstone didn't return in Fable 3, but there are several references to the area. Similarly, Bloodstone is mentioned in the description of the Bloodstone Bludgeon, only available in the free Weapons Pack DLC, which states, "Wielded by an unknown but mighty pirate in the Great Bloodstone Uprising," revealing that at some point there was a rebellion in Bloodstone. And that's all we've got on Bloodstone, Reaver's not hometown but sort of hometown where he lives. Let me know where you guys want to go next on our tour of Albion. There will be another episode coming next Thursday. Until then, I'll see you in the comments, or I'll see you next Fable Thursday.